I've lived here about 100 miles south of the Arctic Circle for most of my adult life. I came up here ostensibly to help save the wilderness. Implicit in the evolution of my work over these 3 or 4 decades has been this search that I didn't even realize I was on. This search for an ecology of music.
He wanted to extend our senses to include these influences of the environment, of the nature that we are part of, but that we have no sense to perceive.
This project that I have in mind, it's a piece of music in the shape of a room. What we're listening to in that place is the forces of nature as music. Interior Alaska is one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. So we have data streams from 5 seismic stations from the Arctic slope down to the Alaska range. I've tuned each one of the 5 seismic stations to its own harmony. Each one is like a set of drums. Any seismic activity to speak of, we could actually hear it move in time across interior Alaska. We also hear perturbations in the Earth's magnetic field. So the solar wind comes out from the sun, hits the Earth's atmosphere, so the activity of the aurora borealis ebbs and flows with the activity of the space weather.
So we needed to find a vehicle on how we can include the existence or the presence of aurora. We run magnetometers, which are instruments that make observations of the magnetic field throughout Alaska. We're streaming these data in real time. He then had to translate these measurements into something that we can perceive.
When there's auroral activity, you hear these bell-like sounds across the ceiling in the room. We also hear the weather, the current sky conditions at any moment. There are the rhythms of night and day, which at this latitude are extreme. The phases of the moon. I especially wanted to make the inaudible audible. Rhythms that are happening in the world beyond. And eventually have this network of listening stations all around the Earth, each of which is unique to where it is, and the totality of which creates a kind of music of the whole Earth, if I can figure out how we listen to all of them at the same time. Art and science have lots to say to one another. What is music but audible physics? Sound is a way of touching at a distance.